Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl from the top 10 list, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into the dark and eerie corners of the world. Get ready to explore the top 10 creepiest places on Earth. So, light some candles, grab your blankie, and maybe have a nightlight handy because things are about to get spooky. Okay, first up, we're heading to Paris. But we're not going to the Eiffel Tower or the Louvre. Oh no, we're going underground, to the catacombs of Paris. Imagine, like, miles and miles of tunnels. But these aren't your average tunnels. These tunnels are filled with bones, like human bones. Millions of them. Skulls stacked on top of each other, femurs arranged in patterns. It's like something out of a horror movie. They say these bones are the remains of Parisians from centuries ago, moved from overcrowded cemeteries. Next, we're traveling to Mexico, to a tiny island south of Mexico City called Isla de las Muñecas, or the Island of the Dolls. And guys, this place is straight out of a nightmare. Imagine a small island, overgrown with trees, but instead of leaves, the trees are covered in dolls. Hundreds, maybe even thousands of them. Some are missing limbs, some have their heads twisted at unnatural angles, and their eyes seem to follow you. He started hanging dolls on the trees as a way to appease her ghost. But here's the thing, Don Julian himself was found dead in the same canal years later. From dolls, we move on to a forest. But not just any forest. We're talking about Aokigahara, also known as the Suicide Forest, at the base of Mount Fuji in Japan. This forest is shrouded in an eerie silence. The trees are so dense that sunlight struggles to penetrate, creating a perpetual twilight. It's beautiful, in a haunting kind of way. But beneath the beauty lies a dark history. Aokigahara has a long association with death. Visitors have reported feeling a sense of dread, hearing voices, and even being touched by unseen hands. Chapter 4. Pripyat, the ghost city of Chernobyl. Okay, buckle up because we're heading to Pripyat, Ukraine, the city that time forgot. It's a ghost town, frozen in time since the Chernobyl disaster in 1986. Imagine walking through empty streets, buildings left abandoned in a hurry. There are schools with desks still filled with books, amusement parks with Ferris wheels frozen mid-turn, and apartments with belongings scattered on the floor. The silence is deafening, broken only by the wind whistling through broken windows. The invisible threat of radiation hangs heavy in the air, a constant reminder of the tragedy that unfolded here. Chapter 5. The Stanley Hotel inspiration for The Shining. Ever seen the movie The Shining? You know, creepy twins, blood pouring out of elevators, red rum written on the walls. Yeah, that's some scary stuff. Well, the Stanley Hotel in Colorado is said to be the inspiration behind Stephen King's iconic horror novel. Guests have reported seeing apparitions, hearing children laughing in the hallways, and even feeling unseen hands touching them. Room 217, where King himself stayed, is said to be the most haunted. Get ready for this one, guys, because Poveglia Island in Italy is not for the faint of heart. It's been called the most haunted island in the world, and for good reason. This island has a dark and twisted history. It was used as a quarantine zone for plague victims in the 18th century. Thousands of people died here, their bodies burned and buried in mass graves. Later, it became a mental asylum. Legend has it that a doctor experimented on patients, driving them to madness, before eventually jumping to his death from the island's bell tower. Chapter 7. Hoia Baciu Forest, Romania's Bermuda Triangle. Next, we're off to Transylvania, Romania, home to Dracula, and more importantly, the Hoia Baciu Forest. This forest is like the Bermuda Triangle of Romania, and it's seriously freaking me out. People have reported strange occurrences here for centuries. Unexplained lights, weird shadows, and even UFO sightings. Some say it's a portal to another dimension, and honestly, I kind of believe it. There's this one spot in the forest, a perfect circle where nothing grows. Some say it's where a UFO landed, while others believe it's a gateway to another realm. Chapter 8. Eastern State Penitentiary, Solitary Confinement and Shadows. Back in the US, we have Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia. This former prison was once the most expensive and famous in the world, but now it stands empty, a decaying reminder of a darker time. Eastern State was known for its strict use of solitary confinement. Prisoners lived, ate, and slept in their cells, completely isolated from the outside world. Visitors and staff have reported hearing footsteps echoing through the cell blocks, seeing shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their eyes, and even feeling cold spots in certain areas. Chapter 9: The Tower of London. Royalty, Executions, and Restless Spirits. Now, we're heading to London, England, to one of the most iconic landmarks in the world, the Tower of London. It's steeped in history, but it's also steeped in blood. For centuries, the Tower of London served as a prison and execution site. Royalty, traitors, and commoners alike met their end within its walls. One of the most famous ghosts is Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII. Visitors have reported seeing her and other apparitions, hearing whispers, and even feeling a sense of dread within the tower's ancient walls. Chapter 10: The Myrtles Plantation, Ghosts of the Old South. Last but not least, we're ending our creepy journey in the American South, at the Myrtles Plantation in Louisiana. This plantation is said to be one of the most haunted homes in America, and trust me, it lives up to its reputation. The Myrtles Plantation has a long and tragic history, filled with tales of love, betrayal, and murder. Legend has it that the plantation is haunted by at least 12 ghosts. One of the most famous is Chloe, a slave who was allegedly hanged from a tree on the property. Visitors have reported seeing apparitions, hearing footsteps, and feeling cold spots. Outro. Until next time, sleep tight. Oh my god, you guys, I am seriously creeped out right now. I'm going to need to sleep with the lights on tonight. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this creepy tour, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spine-chilling content. And let me know in the comments which place you found the creepiest. Until next time, stay spooky.